Man, that's what I'm talking about. Grand Rising. Kelvin, where the hell you been, man? I ain't seen you in a long time, brother. Hopefully everything's going well, man. Let's get this show on the road, man. New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's get it.
New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses, where to put your money down and how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. We all just come together, there's no limit for us.
What's going on, lady?
Here comes your host.
How's that going along, by the way?
Evan, take it away.
That's right. I was in your city and got a chance to meet you. What am I talking about? Man, grand rising to you, billionaires, kings, and queens, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That's right, the study of Black wealth, the study of 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Well, you can find that book by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. You'll find that link in the description above or below. Get the book today and also join the club. Well, this morning, fantastic people, we are going to get our quick affirmation of the day, and then we're going to hop right into our main text, which is what makes the great great. That's right. What makes the great great by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. But first, let's start with our affirmation of the day. Today is July 29th, and thank God we are still here. Attitude of gratitude this morning. We're still here. We could be gone, but we're still here. And our affirmation of the day simply says this: I am not at the mercy of fate. I am in control of my life. Repeat after me. I am not at the mercy of fate. I am in control of my life. Let's do it one more time, beautiful people. For the people in the back, people in the way back, this time, say it with some conviction. Say it like you mean it. Repeat after me. I am not at the mercy of fate. I am in control of my life. How many guys woke up this morning and said, you know what, I'm in control? And if you are saying that this morning, saying, you know what, I am in control, that means that you can change some stuff if you need to. Look where you are right now in life. You say, I'm not necessarily where I want to be. I don't have the things I like to have. I whatever. If you are in control, well, then that means that you can change it. That means you can do something different today so you can get different results tomorrow. You might not get different results today because you're probably going to reap what you sowed yesterday. But you can sow some different seeds today and you can reap a different harvest tomorrow. How many guys know that you don't reap the harvest the day that you plant the seeds? So maybe today needs to be a day of seed planting. We're going to do something different, a little bit different today. I'm telling you, here's the deal, guys. If you have a life where it's the same thing, different day, well, that also says you have a life that you're getting the same stuff long enough. How long has it been? Has it been long enough that you've been getting the same stuff because you live a life of same thing, different day? Well, maybe it's time to do a little something different. A tweak, just a minor adjustment here or there. So you won't have the same thing different day. You'll have something better tomorrow. You won't be saying that no more. You're gonna, no, it ain't the same thing. I got something else. Something happened because you started the process today. I'm not at the mercy of fate. I am in control of my life. Now, what does it also say, kings and queens? You're not in control of somebody else's life. Some of you guys are trying to control other people's lives, and you can't even control your own life. You're trying to control everybody else, but you ain't controlling the most important person, that is yourself. You're in control of your life, not my life. I'm not in control of your life. You're not in control of my life, but I'm in control of my life. You're in control of your life. Do with your life as you please. I just hope you choose something better. Daily motivation for African American success. That's our affirmation of the day. I am not at the mercy of fate. I am in control of my life. Again, Grand Rising, see you here on Facebook Live, Instagram, YouTube Live as well. GG King, thanks so much for joining. Double A is in the house. Kelvin Roberts, Kenyatta, thanks so much for joining. Anybody else that is here that I have not recognized, go ahead and say hello this morning. Let us know where you're calling from, what city, what state, what country. Just want to know how far we're reaching. This also is a podcast that you can pick up. Maybe you can't watch the whole video, but you can listen to it on your route, on your way. Well, you can just find our podcast across all different platforms by looking for a New Black Wall Street Book Club. Okay, so that's going to be on Google, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, Radio Public, Breaker, all of them, whatever, all the different, about 9 different ones, 10 different ones that you can find us on, so that you can not only just hear today's message, but you can pick up on previous episodes as well. We want to become really your go-to station for inspiration. That's right. We want to be your go-to station for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. That's right. Let me say that again. We want to be your go-to station. That's right. Right here on ERGJ TV. We want to be your go-to station for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. See, it really don't make no good if you don't transform, if you don't change, things don't change for you, then I'm not quite doing a good job enough. Because I don't want to inspire you just to be like, oh, I'm inspired. No, I want to inspire you to action. To action. To do something with what we discuss. Okay? What makes the great great? What makes the great great? Strategies for extraordinary achievement from Mr. Dennis Kimbro. In previous episode, we have talked about what the price that you must pay in order for success. There's a price that must be paid for success. Today we'll be getting into do not be deceived in the following subsequent sub-chapters. As we're in chapter 5, the main chapter we're talking about here is the greatest advice, and that greatest advice is work. In all labor, there is profit. Well, what labor are you going to put in today so that you can reap the harvest of profit? Work. Do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. Let's read. A young boy carving out an existence in the heart of the inner city was arrested for snatching a woman's purse containing less than $10. Weeks later, when asked by a judge why he stole the money, the boy responded, because the world owes me a living. No doubt the child had heard this many times from those he had grown to respect. A vast number of people seem to think that the world is under great obligation to them. A living. Mistakenly, they believe that the Creator as well as society owes them a living. More than once I've heard seemingly well-educated men and women say that they were brought into this world without their consent, and they had hoped to get their share of life's rewards without giving anything in return. How foolish can one be? How foolish can one be? I wonder, did they ever think what they really owe the world just for the privilege of living? Did they ever consider that humanity has been trudging since time immemorial on their behalf, and that they are reaping the harvest of those who have gone before? Can they look the tireless workers of the world in the eye and tell them that they intend to enjoy the benefits of their labor, the fruits of their efforts, without rendering anything in return? Everything that has gone before us at some point enters into our life and time. You and I enjoy the sum of the past each moment of our lives. Think of the untold millions who had laid down their lives in order to make our generation more comfortable, to minister to our convenience and peace. Think of the river or of blood that has been shed, of the millions who have perished in misery and gloom to purchase the freedoms you and I savor. Wherever you go, millions have paved the way. Generations have planned for our reception upon earth. Countless others have prepared a table before us, getting things ready, guarding against danger, saving us toil and drudgery. How dare we say the world owes us a living? How dare we say that the world owes us a living? The child who believes he or she can tiptoe through the world on the back of what somebody else has produced and still develop the highest character and moral standards fights against his maker. I've heard the well-to-do boast that necessity was the mold that shaped them into something far more useful, which gave them the foresight, the stamina, the shrewdness, the creative power, the ability to make and protect their fortune. And yet, they turn around and leave a fortune to their children, which will likely sap their energy, snatch their ambition, and rob them of their enthusiasm and zest for living. They have placed a crutch into the hands of their children instead of a staff. They have taken away from their children the incentive to self-development, self-elevation, self-discipline, and self-help, without which no real success, no true happiness is possible. So many well-meaning parents think to spare their sons and daughters the drudgery, the hardships, the deprivations, the lack of opportunities that fueled the hopes of their elders. Instead, they have created grown weaklings who are unable to fend for themselves. Once they go down, they are as helpless as capsized turtles or unhorsed men in armor. Do not deceive yourself by thinking that you will get something for nothing. Do not deceive yourself by thinking that you will get something for nothing. Now, kings and queens, we live in a world where so many people, for some strange reason, foolishly think that they can get something for nothing. I mean, that's literally the idea or what happens when we have this thing called charity, which has its merit. But it's a whole bunch of people getting something for nothing. And these are able-bodied people. Now, of course, society is created that way to be able to assist those that can't help themselves. I get that. But what about helping those who can help themselves? They can help themselves. They just won't help themselves. It's quite easy. It's a lot easier for them to beg their way through life than to actually go out and create the life that they want to live. Taking the easy way out. Of course, it's not for everybody. I'm just simply saying. We have a whole population of people who go around in life trying to get something for nothing. No investment, no sweat equity, something for nothing. Do not deceive yourself by thinking that you will get something for nothing. All the laws of the universe fight against such a theory. When you were born, civilization opened an account on your behalf. You personally must make each journal entry. No one else can pay the debt you owe. The law of the universe recognizes only one legal tender: personal service. Kings and queens, as you go out today, ask yourself, how am I going to render personal service to my fellow men? Gigi said it's sad because people feel the world owes them a living. This is a homeless state of mind. God put a gift inside each and every one of us to make a difference and create positive change and impact. Absolutely. The laws of the universe recognize only one legal tender: personal service. Everybody put in comments on service. Personal service. Thanks so much for joining here on YouTube. Personal service. You are responsible. You are responsible. You might ask, these requisites for success are unreasonable. How am I to adhere to them? And I answer, any individual can acquire the habit of making an effort once given the chance. Let's say that again. Any individual can acquire the habit of making an effort. The habit of making an effort. The habit of making an effort. So many of us know what to do. So many of us recognize what's the good thing for us to do. But this thing right here, developing the habit of doing what I know I should do, developing the habit of making an effort. I'm telling you that could be just the habit of making an effort. As I think about some people that just came to my mind, I'm saying to myself, man, I never see you try. I see you tell me about what's going on. We had a nice little candid conversations. I might make a couple suggestions for you in order for you to level up in life. But you know what? I'm still waiting to see you actually try. To take what we have discussed, to take what we have talked about, to do something with it, than just say, oh, well, that was a nice conversation. I feel better right now, but in about 3 hours, I'm going to go right back to feeling how I was feeling because I haven't actually done anything with what we have discussed. To see someone actually make the effort, that's kind of what makes me stay around. I'll stick around the people who make the effort. I kind of walk away from the people who don't. Making it now, you might not making the effort does not mean that it worked the first time, but it did say, hey, at least I'm willing to try. Grand Rising to your landscape. Thanks so much for joining. Any individual can acquire the habit of making an effort once given the chance. Your higher challenge is to engage in the present moment of your experience, to attach yourself to your duties and assignments. Fully extended, to take a good mental approach to your calling and to make your best effort on a continuous basis. Everybody put it down, so make my best effort. To make your best effort on a continual basis. So consistent best effort. I gave my best effort yesterday. I'm giving my best effort today. I plan to give my best effort tomorrow if the Lord allows me to see tomorrow. But I think that when you go about life every day, making your best effort every day, that leaves you with a life filled with no regrets. You know what? I gave it my best each and every day. Here's how it turned out. But I did give it my best efforts. What happened if you make your best effort and it comes to the dreams, your goals, your aspirations? What happened when you make your best effort when it comes to actually developing that business? What happened when you make the best effort when it comes to making a sale? What happens when you make your best effort when it comes to acquiring a new customer? What happens if you give everything that you do your very best effort? Your best effort. Good morning to you, Jerry. Thanks so much for joining. You know what? I realize there are some people who are watching right now or will watch in the future. You don't even remember the last time you gave your best effort on anything. Some of you guys have simply been coasting. You got to a certain point in your life, it's like, I'm just coasting now. My best effort, I don't even know what that looks like anymore. I don't remember the last time I gave 110, 115, 120%. I don't remember the last time I exerted myself to the point where I was extremely dog tired because I gave it my best effort. Could that be the reason why you have not accomplished that which it is that you say you want in life? Because you haven't even given it your best effort. I don't even know if you gave it 75% of your effort. Not giving your best effort towards your very own dreams is a travesty. Now notice you said best effort on a continuous basis, not just one day, every day. Not just one day, but every day. If you were to be honest with yourself, because now we're talking about maximizing potential. If you were to be honest with yourself, as it relates to best effort, if you truly gave your best effort every day, let's just say every day from now to the end of the year, that's 4 months. 4 months of continual best effort, best try. Where do you think your life is going to be come 2020? If you gave your best effort as it relates to getting out of debt, where do you think your finances will be come the end of the year if you simply just give it your best effort every day for the rest of this year? Where do you think you'll be in business if you simply gave your business idea your best effort from now to the end of the year? Where do you think your business is going to be by 2020? Your best effort. Gigi said, hey, the way to find your gift or be successful in life is to be a problem solver, which people will pay you to solve their problems. This is how you make an impact, become an answer, become a solution. Your higher challenges engage in the present moment of your experience to attach yourself to your duties and assignments fully extended, to take a good mental approach to your calling and to make your best effort on a continual basis. You are instructed in 2 Timothy, work hard so God can say to you, well done. Be a good workman, one who does not need to be ashamed when God examines your work. Each of us has more talent than we will ever use. So when you hammer a nail, you feel each strike. When you sell a product or service, sell yourself first. If you're called upon to sweep the streets, do so in a manner that Dr. King suggested. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or as Beethoven composed music, or as Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause and say, here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well. Everybody put it down so well. Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you find yourself being a part of, doing, working, laboring, what would it be like if God said unto you, here lives such and such, and they did their job well? I was just doing with a brother who runs a business, and one of his employees got fired last week for stealing, and it's funny. He got caught stealing trash bags. Something that cost $17, $18, $20. He lost his job because of it. But sometimes you want to talk to the person and be like, well, why did you do that? But I don't think there's a rhyme or reason to why someone would do something like that. I don't think they're in their right mind to say, you know what, I'm a jeopardize my livelihood for some $20 garbage bags. I just don't fathom someone allowing that to take root in their membrane. That will cause them kind of lose out of this income, of this opportunity that's feeding his family. Job well done. Be ready and willing to stand by your work. The world does not demand that you become a physician, a lawyer, or a merchant, but it does demand that whatever you undertake, you do it to the best of your ability. You are only one, but still you are one. You are only one, but still you are one. You cannot do everything, but you can do something. Do not refuse to embrace the something that you can do. Life owes you only the chance to be something. It will give you that and nothing more. If your vocation is simple or mundane, elevate it with diligence and caring. Broaden it with originality. Master every detail. Study it as you would any profession. Learn everything that is to be known about it. Go to the bottom of your business if you would climb the top. This is your responsibility to life. Gigi says over here, YouTube, give your best effort each and every day, and God will open the door and bless your business, bless your ideas, bless your dreams every day. I tell you, man, how many guys have been finding this to be true? As you give your best effort every day, you begin to see something different. You begin to see different things pop. New customers, new opportunities, things like that. I mean, I woke up this morning, guys. Very interesting story. Got a text from someone. I have one of the things that I sell that people don't know that I sell. I sell garbage bags. I don't know why today is Garbage Bag Monday, I guess. I don't know. And when I woke up this morning, probably around an hour ago from right now, I got a text on the computer on Facebook saying, hey, how much is this item? And we're talking about the garbage bags. Now, lo and behold, these garbage bags, I've probably had these things in stock way too long, like, dang, when I'm gonna sell some garbage bags. And so this is a brother who has a restaurant, who's opening, and by the time I get off here, I'm be going up to the restaurant. And and as I'm talking to him, he's like, no, I wanted to buy all the garbage bags that you got. So I went in and told him, man, I got 6 cases. I got to keep 5. I'll do a good deal for you. And we're about to make that transaction in just a little bit. And the interesting thing is that those garbage bags have been sitting for a while, like not being sold. And I know that the garbage bags are useful. I know they're valuable. I know they're good. They're well priced. But what I believe has happened is that as I've been planting all these seeds, coming on and doing this show every day, the other thing that I'm doing with my other business and marketing, stuff like that, what I found is that although I'm planting seeds in these areas, I'm reaping a harvest in other places. And I was like, wow, look at what happens when I get busy. Here's what I want you to understand. And you tell me if this has been true for you. Here's what I've come to know in my life. That when I get busy, everything gets busy. When I get lazy, everything gets lazy. So I really am in control. So when I get busy, when I'm on my grind, I'm on my hustle, I got to get it, I get it. That's why I tell people, I don't think you have a problem with getting money. I don't think you really have an issue with earning money. When you really want to go get it, you get it by whatever means necessary. The problem then is managing that which comes into your hand and trying to ensure that you don't go right back to the same state of mind that you're in before you had the energy, the desire, the zeal to go get it. So as I got busy with marketing, with planting seeds, with new products and things like that, as I got busy, it's getting busy. And I'm reaping the harvest, or I'm reaping the reward from my activity, and not just activity. I would say activity with intention, doing the best that I can do each and every day, being tired each and every day, but still putting in the work each and every day. And I believe that he's just showing me that you never know where the flow is going to come from. Because although I'm planting seeds in this area, I'm reaping a harvest in another area. But it's still kind of connected. How many guys have had stuff like this happen in your life? You just sit back, you just start wondering. I mean, many of us don't take time to wonder, by the way. But you just start wondering, like, wow, I've just been getting busy. I've just been giving it my best. And now I'm reaping the rewards. I'm reaping a harvest, right? Now here's what's going to happen today. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make my quick little money. He's going to get the garbage bags. And then I'm going to sit around because it's a restaurant and I'm going to eat there at this Black-owned restaurant, right? And then what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to do a quick 10-minute video that's highlighting that business. I'm going to promote that business today. Just because I like black businesses. So it's like a double for my trouble, because I'm gonna have something that I've marketed and promoted. They're gonna get some free publicity, advertising through my platform. I'm gonna get something to eat. They're gonna get the garbage bags. We make this new connection and relationship. We do business in the future. Now, the garbage bags that I had to sell, I just had them on the marketplace. They've probably been on the marketplace for like 5 months. I mean, I have not sold a case of garbage bags in a long time. But today, everybody put a comment on today. That's such a powerful word. But today. See, yesterday passed. Not past 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, they gone. But today, this magnificent Monday, this today. I'm about to get it. Today is all I got. What is it that you need to do today? Not tomorrow. See, y'all need to strike that out of your vocabulary. You're always trying to say, I'm going to get it done tomorrow. No, I'm saying, why don't you get everything that you can get done today? Because here's what I found. As I do everything that I can do, all the things that I have within my strength to accomplish, as I get it done today, I have a whole new set of things that I got to do tomorrow. It don't stop. Today. Yes, I've already been up today. I'm doing this broadcast here. I did a broadcast on Instagram. I already took care of my marketing. I done did about 4 hours of work already, and I still got more energy because I'm still going to get out there and do some more work when? Today. See, some will say, oh, I done put in 3 hours. Let me go back to sleep. I need to take a rest. Okay, I done enough. No, I got 24 hours in a day. I'm trying to maximize my time here on the earth. I'm going to get it done today. Why? Because my life, my finances, my health, my family, my community, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. Your life, your health, your wealth, your family, your community is your responsibility. To whom much is given, much more is required. Those who have, it will be given more. But those who have not, even what they have will be taken away. That just sounds strange to me. It's like, wait a second, this is all I got. Well, yeah, that's all you got. But but you ain't using what I done gave you. So even what you got, I'm gonna take away. If you want to know why the rich get richer and the poor get poor, because the rich use what they got. Even what you have will be taken away if you don't use it. Now, you might say that's unfair. Well, hey, I didn't make the rules. What use is it if you ain't going to use it? What use is it? What use is all that intelligence? What use is all that ability? What use are all those great ideas? What use is all that energy you got if you're not going to use it? What use is it? Even what you have will be taken away. I don't know, but that scares the hell out of me. What do you mean to tell me that even the stuff, the little bit that I might got, that I own, that I control, even that little bit, that it can be taken away if I don't use it? Yes. I didn't make the rules. I read the rules, but I didn't make them. Now, I don't know about you. That scares the living dog shit out of me. That even this little bit. I just got a small little piece in this thing called the world, and even that little bit, if I don't use my energy, if I don't use my talent, if I don't use my ability, if I don't use my intellect, if I don't use it, even what I have will be taken away. Now, I'm pretty sure you done found that to be true in your life too. When you wasn't using some of that stuff, when you wasn't using your talent, when you wasn't using your ability, even some of the stuff that you had in your house, in your car, even some of the stuff that you had accumulated over the years, even some of that stuff was taken away. And then you start to see yourself. You start seeing this drifting pattern taking place. You start to see stuff leave your vicinity because it only stays around stuff that grows, not stuff that's dying. When you're not using that which you've been given, it's moving towards the space of death, not growth. Now, I know this resonates with someone. And I got to ask you, what is it that you have been neglecting to use that you now realize if I don't use this today, I realize I risk the chance of it being taken away? This is your responsibility in life. A father's advice to his children, and we'll wrap this thing up. Never be satisfied with fairly good, or pretty good, or good enough. Accept nothing less of yourself than your best. This is the law of the universe. Nature completes every little leaf, its edges and stem, and exactly and perfectly as though it were the only leaf to blossom. Even a flower that blooms in the mountain dale, where no human eye will ever behold it. It is made with the same perfection and exactness of form and outline, with the same delicate shade of color, with the same completeness of beauty, as though it were intended for royalty. Put such a quality into your work, so that anyone who comes across your efforts will see character in it, individuality in it, your trademark of superiority upon it. We're talking about your brand, right? If there was anyone to come across your brand, what would they say about your brand? You. And I mean anyone. Not the people that just in your circle that like you. I'm talking about anyone. Even the people that don't like you, well, they still have something. They say, you know what? I don't like that person, but man, they show it. I mean, they are honest. They are honest. They just honest. I mean, they might just say what they want. They be honest though. I don't like what they say, but that's just an honest person. That's a part of your brand. See, I've learned to be. I've learned to be conscious of what people say, not just the people who like me, not just the people that's in my crew, not just the people that support me. You know who I listen to sometimes? I listen to my enemies. Because here's what I found, that my enemies, they have no problem telling me the truth. I mean, they don't say it the best way, and but if I listen, I may be able to catch something. Now, I'm not talking about my trolls. I'm just talking about people who just for some reason we just don't vibe. But they don't have no problem telling the truth. I mean, no problem. I mean, they will straight out tell you, like, you know what I mean, like no other, like the bold, God honest truth. The question is, can you handle the truth? Are you mature enough to let that stuff cipher and say, you know what? I may don't like how they saying it, and I may not even like what they say, but I'm still going to make two lip one and listen, and maybe I can grasp a little bit of wisdom out of this person, out of the mouth of babes. He even used a donkey one day to convey a message. I mean, come on now, how foolish could that be? And you know, some of my enemies are donkeys, by the way. They got another word for it, but I'm gonna call them donkeys now. I'm trying to be good. Miss Golden told me I gotta be good. I'm trying to be good this morning. Right? Put such quality into your work so that anyone who comes across your efforts will see character in it, individuality in it, your trademark of superiority upon it, your reputation at stake in everything you do, and your reputation is your capital. Everybody put in the comments, so my reputation is my capital. How many guys have been in a situation you realize that because of your reputation, it paved the way for you, that it opened the door for you that you didn't even know was open? Just your reputation, just what other people are saying about you, that they're touting your ability. They're sharing you to someone else and say, hey, this will be a good person for this job. Oh man, you want to do that? Oh, you want to learn about money? Oh, go see ERGJ. Like your reputation precedes you, and your reputation will open up doors for you or close them that you didn't even know existed. You know, I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, I was talking to a brother who came in town. We may do some business together. He's the Muslim faith. And sometimes you just gotta think, sometimes you just gotta reminisce, you gotta think back. You just gotta like, man, look at all you have done. Look at all you have accomplished. Look at all the stuff that has happened. And so as I was talking, I was like, I done met such and such. And 2 years ago, I had the pleasure of being invited. I was invited 2 years ago to speak on a panel that included the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I was saying, now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, how in the world did I end up on stage with, not Elijah Muhammad, I'm sorry, Louis Farrakhan. How did I end up on the stage with Louis Farrakhan? How was I on the same stage that Louis Farrakhan was on? Me. How? How did I get there? Right? Who told who about me that my reputation preceded myself, and they wanted to bring me in to talk about money to the community? And I was just, when I think back, at the time, it was like, okay, let's do it. But now that I think back, I'm like, wow, that really happened. My reputation precedes me. My reputation opens up doors. My reputation is capital. It pays for stuff. My reputation is capital. It is just a small difference between good and the best, and it makes the difference between the artist and the artisan. It is the added touch after the average man or woman would quit that makes the master's fame. Percy Sutton is quite blasé about his break into the business world, though his eventual rise to the top of the cable broadcasting industry is one of the implausible, yet routinely repeated sagas of individual achievement. His father, a hard-bitten jack of all trades, including principal of his hometown's colored high school, was 5 years old when the Civil War came to a close. Sutton's family grew up in the state of Texas, acquiring 6 blocks from the Alamo in what is now downtown San Antonio. By the time Percy was born in 1920, the family had reached the middle class. As the youngest of 15 children and born to a father who was then 60, he received the best of his father's wisdom. And that wisdom was a collection of thoughts, philosophies, and dreams that grew out of a confining past. He wanted to make us independent persons, Sutton reflected, to walk down the corridors of power where he had never been able to walk. As a parent, Sutton's father was both firm and kind. While rearing his children in an all-black section of town, he never allowed them to get away with poor grammar, and wouldn't allow it among their friends either. Scholastically, my father was hard to impress. He had a philosophy that every Sutton was going to achieve. A C should have been a B, and a B should have been an A. And if it was an A, why wasn't it an A before this? Needless to say, I was highly motivated. In the 20s and 30s, the Sutton House was not only a home, but a way station for Eastern Black intellectuals heading west. No hotel would accept them, no matter how high their accomplishments. And by the time they got to San Antonio, bitterness had settled upon them like dust. As they sat around to discuss remedies to America's racist treatment, young Percy would sit at his father's feet, absorbing every word. His father wanted his children to be different, to be pioneers, to be firsts. He called them smart and inflated their fragile, developing egos. And until his death, he would, like some latter-day Polonius, lecture them on the vicissitudes of life and law. Strive. Sutton says with assertion, mimicking his father's mannerisms. Wait. Pray. Be proud. Try to find your outer limits. And don't worry about falling on your face. This comes from my father. He taught us to get up and wipe ourselves off and try again. As crucial as his father's skills were to his own personal development, everybody putting also personal development, his own personal development, they are even more important to his own children. Attitude, discipline, and ambition, he stresses, are the clay in which success and progress will be molded. There can be no richer man or woman than the individual who has found his or her labor of love. Personal fulfillment through the virtue of work is the highest form of desire. Work is the conduit between the supply and the demand of all human needs, the forerunner of human progress, and the medium by which the imagination is given the wings of action. A labor of love is exalted because it provides joy and self-expression to those who perform it. A labor of love. Here's the father's advice once again from Mr. Percy Sutton. Strive, wait, pray, be proud. Try to find your outer limits and don't worry about falling on your face. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book like What Makes the Great Great by Mr. Dennis Kimbro, we absolutely will find it. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share what your takeaway was today. What did you learn? What really stuck to your heart? I see Gigi's been doing a good job here on YouTube, just sharing her thoughts in the text. That's good enough. I'll read those in just a second. I'm basically asking you that, was this worth your time and why? See, when I was growing up, guys, there was this thing called Reading Rainbow. Well, let's consider this to be Reading Rainbow 2.0. Now, here is something I realized about Reading Rainbow. First, the part read. Something about you and I picking up a book, audio book, listening to something like this, and doing personal development. But the other part is the rainbow. I just truly believe that us reading good quality literature, history, personal development, self-improvement, it will take us over the rainbow. And what's at the end of the rainbow? Your pot of gold, your treasure. So Reading Rainbow 2.0, New Black Wall Street Book Club is here to help you to find your treasure. And we pray to God that we've done a good job of that today. Now, I know I talk much faster than you type, guys. While you guys are typing, let you guys know how you can support and follow us. We do have a book club that you can support, right? You simply go to it's probably be in a link or something like that, where we do have a book club on a podcast. Support that podcast. There's one way to do that, right? You just say, I'm gonna be a person that's gonna listen to the podcast, listen to episodes. You support that way. If you're on Facebook, there's a way for you to support here. There's a little button that you click that says become a supporter of the channel, right? You can do it that way. The other way you can do is you can join the club. That's another way to support. When I say support, I'm talking about the verb. I'm talking about action that you take. Not be a person that just comes and listens and gets something. Again, getting something for nothing. But a person saying, you know what, I got something today, and I want to make a contribution to make sure that other people get this too. So, hey, number one option, become a supporter of the podcast. Number two option, become a supporter of the Facebook page. Number three option, become a member of the Black Billionaires Club. Okay, those are three options for you to support. You say, you know what, I realize trying to get something for nothing, that ain't gonna work. We'll read these comments. We'll wrap this thing up. Gigi said, man, my reputation, my capital, my reputation opens up doors. Kel Rob said, man, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Mardane said, just push forward without worrying of failure. Try. And don't just try. try with your very best effort. Try with your very best effort. And I guarantee you, you will be amazed. Just like I was amazed to be on that stage with Louis Farrakhan. You will be amazed the results that you will get if you just try with your very best effort. And only you know the difference, and God, between your very best effort and just effort. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference. Fantastic, man. I want to say again, thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, Kings and Queens. Hey, it's time to go out and make the donuts. It's time to go out and make it happen today. And I can't wait to hear your testimony and say, you know what? I went out and I gave it all I got today. And man, then to come back tomorrow and say, look what I got because of what I gave yesterday. Well, beautiful people, I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. And it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.